Hello. Hey, Sneaky. Oh, nice to see you. How are we? I hope the volumes are okay. Every time I have to wonder because I have to reset some of this stuff for some reason. And also, I'm sorry for the S's. I noticed they kind of clip. They kind of make this very horrible sound. So I'm gonna try to smooth the S's. It's so hard to do. So here we are with the final day of the zombies. I'm really hoping tomorrow, well, actually before tomorrow, to reach the ghost stage because it's the next month. Hi from Cloud. Thank you. Hi. How are you? Nice to see you. And so today we're gonna do a little bit of tweaking around with the zombies. I'm noticing some stuff that is off place, and I was kind of happy with how it went. I think now I can see all kind of stuff that 2 days ago I couldn't see. Like her head is so long. It's weird. I'm gonna fix some of the stuff, pixel by pixel. Please let me know if the volume is okay, if you can hear me alright, and if the music is too loud. Also, probably today I'm not gonna talk too much. I'm gonna chill while drawing, and sometimes when I think maybe it's interesting to say something about what I'm doing, I'm gonna comment on it. I want to keep it very, very relaxing. Today was a very sunny, beautiful day, and I'm chilling. I hope you are chilling too. Probably at some point I'm going to shade a little bit more this hair because it kind of blends in too much with the background. So I'm curious to see how experimentation will bring us brand new hair for this zombie. I'm still undecided on the name for the dude. 2 days ago, we decided he was the perfect mix between Johnny Bravo and Tom Waits, so we called them Johnny Waits. But her, she's still nameless. I'm gonna try to fix a little bit more some of this mess that I did the other day, which is fine, but gate split, so we can fill it out. It's pretty cool also to see how much stuff this Drawtober brought. Also to me as a creator of this stuff, not the content creator. That's brand new to me. I'm not used to doing this kind of stuff. But it's a pretty cool exercise to just push every day, trying to. It's not that I'm super confident, putting everything live. I could do all sort of mistakes. There could be haters working around, ready to ruin your day. But I'm so glad I started doing this. It's kind of therapeutic. And Gatico muchacho, very nice art, man. Hey, thank you so much. Oh, muchas gracias. Gatico muchacho. I love the name. And Cloud can't Can't hear you well. Music is a bit loud. Thank you very much. I will try to fix that. And probably this is a little bit better. Thank you so much for the feedback. It's kind of hard from here to really understand. We have her eye kind of poking a little bit too much outside the range of possible. This looks much better. I'm gonna keep sort of a highlight here on the upper part of the eyebrow, because one thing I always did before, let's say this is the eyebrow and you have the eye over here, I would put the whole thing in shadow, but there's a kind of a bump here. There's like a piece of, you know, bit of meat that makes it bumpy, so it catches the highlight over here and really improves so much. Just a tiny detail that, you know, at the beginning you don't do, you don't think about, and then you see others doing it, somebody, you know, explaining or giving some tips, and you're like, whoa, wait, and already feels so much better with. And here we're talking even about just 3 pixels, but it's just a detail compared to the rest. Her arms are so stretched. Look, this is so long. What kind of arm? This is better, I feel. And Claudia says, oh yes, for the audio. Oh, perfect. Thank you. This is very good to hear. So now the hand moved up. I'm gonna move and also fix her. And I'm also control clicking different stuff to move between layers. Just saying it out loud repeatedly, because I believe in learning by repetition. Klaus saying thank you, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you. Oh yeah, I imagine the music was kind of looking a little bit loud in the graph. I think she has very long legs, too long, and it's kind of a weird pose, right? What I could do is select this part using the marquee tool with M. I'm gonna just kind of stretch it out. I want to see if tilting her so that she looks like she's leaning on this foot. Yeah, she would fall, you know, like her balance is so off, she would go down like this. Maybe before it had a little bit more balance to it. I could also try moving this whole bit more towards the center as well. And all these kind of issues that I'm having, you could perfectly avoid if you had strong anatomy basics and, you know, fundamentals and stuff, and if you prepared the pose and everything. So I'm doing it the long and painful way, which is follow my guts. Can be fun, but can as quickly become super frustrating to see mistake after mistake here and there. But I'm quite happy about the whole thing, how it's turning. It's very fun. Now we did a vampire, which doesn't have irony in it, but the werewolf definitely did, which I didn't put irony on the witches, so I have to remedy with that, because this, like Halloween combined with a little bit of silliness, it's a pretty cool combo, I think. Also sorry for my broken voice. A very dry throat. Yes, looking pretty okay. Also, yeah, I think I'm going to start rendering a little bit of her hair. I think it looks a little bit too long. Like it wouldn't really move that way. Yeah, a little bit like agitated, not so messy. She is a zombie after all. Molly. No, Molly is the zombie. And I think this part here has to change. I'm gonna probably go for a sort of a W and click. It's a 1, so shift click other areas of the same color. And then away from it. What kind of color? I'm thinking just darker shade, so we could use the background goes from light to dark, from the right to the left. We could do the opposite, so we could use the light here. So I'm gonna pick this color and go for darker shade. And maybe that's too much. I'm gonna go 50%. Start maybe going a little bit here. Now I can sample this one. Maybe do a couple of lines to maybe this whole area is in a shadow, so we can avoid rendering any detail and still get away with it. And I could fold some hair here. There's something going in the back as well. In theory, this area should be all in light, but I think this shouldn't be here in the first place. Maybe this could. Okay. I could follow this highlight. Seems like a good direction. Okay. I'm just experimenting with waves and shapes. If anything clicks with me, I'll follow that thought. It is too much. Okay, now I can go highlight. And yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna probably move to a little bit of a lighter kind of a celeste. I call this light blue. Maybe that's too much. Yeah, something like this for the highlight. Just to have a tiny bit of a hue variation, which even when it's like not very, it's not super clear, always helps, kind of. Like your eye does see the vibrance and the variation. Yes, makes it, you know, just a little bit more interesting to look at, in my opinion. Depends also on the style, I think. I also really love super clean kind of lines and minimalistic kind of pixel art. It's pretty cool. spots over here. Yes. I think overall it can work. I could lower even more the value over there. We create sort of a specific edge and then paint bucket rest. It's a tiny, very tiny variation, but I think it does help. I'm not liking this one. Also, this one feels a little bit too thick. I'm gonna go slim it down just a bit. Sonox Studio, hello, welcome. How are you doing? We are working on, I think this is the 5th or 4th prompt of the Drawtober challenge. So in October doing some Halloween-based inspired stuff. And today we are finishing the zombies, hopefully. I mean, that's the goal. If we can't reach it, that's fine. We're chilling. But next up we have a ghost. And now every time I say a ghost, I immediately see Joe... Wait, Joe Trebbiani. Was it Joe? Oh my god. Not Joe. Friends? What's his name? God. What's the name of the guy, the Italian guy in Friends? Trebbiani, right? I think. Joey. Oh my god. I see him at the quiz show. I think she is basically set. I like here. I could also excavate a little bit of her here cheeks to make her really zombie. She really looks like she's starving. Yes. Much better. I still think this area and this one should be inside. Should be up. Maybe we could... Nah, she's fine. Okay, looking promising. I think we are getting to place. Also, I'm not sure why I'm doing them all barefooted. I mean, they have all the clothes, but shoes. Why? Should actually give her like Dr. Martens or something. This could work. But she's a metal head, right? Or punk head, so we could do maybe some little bolts and stuff everywhere. Some spikes. I think this works. Yes, I feel much better with knowing that she is keeping her feet safe. You never know what people throw on the ground. This one needs some thickness, and maybe just to make sure we know she has boots. Just a little extrusion around here. Could it work? Yes, but I need to go darker. We can keep this area completely unrendered without it being annoying. Yeah, I think we're safe if we keep details from just distracting us over here. So I'm gonna keep it simple. And it's pretty obvious she has a boot. Since he's in perspective, should be somewhere around here maybe. Oops, wrong value. And today my plan is to stream until 7. Now it's 5-ish, 5:20. So I'm gonna do a couple of hours just to chill, progress on this prompt. Just chill with some company, which is always super nice. I think we could avoid a lot of these highlights on her right leg. Maybe rip apart some of those. This could work. Weird. Well, the knee is the obvious place, right? So we can do knee. Let's see. I feel weird about that. Could be. I'm not entirely sure, and I keep pressing R instead of E. Instead of erasing and blurring the whole thing. Yes, feels weird, this leg. I think it should be maybe higher. This one should be a little bit more front. Maybe we can create some kind of separation between them. Darken this area. Still feels weird. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna darken this whole area here. And then get this color to be medium highlight, then get this one to be the main highlight. Maybe. Going to push back the leg. And I feel like her thigh. Yeah. The shoe is kind of invisible right now, so let me pick an actual cold. Now it's blue, bluish purplish, and we can go with some highlights. And imagine the top, the tip. Top of the tip. Here is the bit where it kind of opens. Like strings should be here crossing, right? Something like that. So I can do he's a little bit loose. And then here she has the top flap. Hopefully makes sense. Could. It could, but it could. Now, I'm gonna go with maybe some fake strings here, and it could work. Just kind of I think it works because it's yes, for sure is now existent. The boat, the boot. Hey, Fumiko, welcome. What do you mean you missed the stream? No, you are perfectly in time. I think I just did 30 minutes, and I'm planning about doing until 7. So just a couple of hours total. And pretty happy. We changed a little bit the face, which now looks a little bit more, I mean, still damaged by her unfortunate destiny. 30 minutes, that's so much, that's too much. No, don't be disappointed in yourself. It's absolutely fine. You've been here since day one, and any kind of, you know, like you've been so supportive since day one, so don't ever feel bad. I'm really grateful for all the support, and if you can't be here one day, it's fine, it's fine. We are chilling, and also, like, I'm gonna publish everything on YouTube. So if you ever want to check something you missed, you can also go back and look at it. But the nice part is the chit chat as well. So I get what you mean. I think this is fine. I need some curve for the guitar. Am I on the right layer? Yes. I think the guitar looks fine. We could add the these guys. I'm gonna use 3s. But if this is not perfectly straight, it's gonna be like a pretty hard job to make them look nice. I'm gonna try. I think we can. I think we will manage. And probably here we could already make it works. Couple. This looks weird. It must be. You see what I mean? It just feels weird. Just one pixel off the whole thing. I think it was okay before, and also this should fix it. I could actually add. So annoying. Okay, hold on. I need to find the perfect 1 and 2, and then we can expand over here. Since here we have the back, right? Delete this. Delete this. Well, the hand is gonna be covering this bit. think the positioning is there, and it looks good here. Maybe I should have checked some reference for the guitar. Charging your 8-year-old phone right now to retrieve a code from it. Oh yes, I know all about 8 years old phones, even more. Let me think. We could do the strips. Is it strips or straps? I think straps is the correct way to say it. Actually, let me add the volume and bass. I think I inverted. This should be in the back. It should be here. Of course, because then you're picking from here with your hand, and the volume and the what is it? The mid and the bass and the volume should be actually 3. But I'm gonna keep 2. I'm not gonna go too crazy on this. Let me fix this little thing that went a bit nuts. Oh, this sounds very cool. Yes, I think it's okay. Doesn't look like a big thingy, but I think we're safe. Just looks pretty cool. I'm gonna choose a little bit of a lighter. Actually, no. Let me do the opposite. I'm gonna go with a dark value. Just one line that goes through the whole thing, and double down backwards. And I'm pressing Shift, so I can do straight lines. Okay, it's too much. And then I'm gonna pick this color, hold click, and then Shift R to replace it. And I could copy the same code and change a little bit the values. And something not like birch, not even too dark, kind of between. This looks okay. Maybe I'm gonna delete just one line of pixels in here to kind of, yes, looks okay. Probably I cut off a little bit too much of this area, and I could, oops, I could just duplicate and move and then fix. I'm so glad we got to this point with the Drawtober. I could even do the little stick. Let me change, get cold, desaturated, a bit more. Nice, the little bender. gonna stop making noises. I'm sorry. I'm in a good mood. This is enough for the guitar. A little support in the back. And I'm thinking also to add a little bit of a highlight over here, just because I feel it deserves a little bit of three-dimensionality. Oops. I think it's cool.
KPN heeft weer een weekenddeal. Je krijgt nu bij een 2-jarig internet- en tv-abonnement de
Commercials.
nieuwste 43-inch Samsung.
Always there to ruin the day. Let me wait for it to stop. Oops. Slowly dismantling the whole setup, just in case. ADS capitalism. Yes, ads are the worst thing. So annoying. So annoying that we all need money. It just ruins everything. And we're back to the 80s vibes. Okay, stressing out a little bit of a highlight here for the guitar. And I'm pretty sure the plug is not here, but it would be somewhere around here. Yes, they do still have the... I'm gonna do the same thing I did for him. Even though this cable... We could use the colored cables. Like the kind of yellow, blue, plastic, very like... Or we could avoid the cable altogether. I think it's better if we avoid it. Do maybe a chain for her, or here, and like floating, not floating, but moving around. I'm gonna do a quick some shadow. Let's hope that it works. I'm not sure it's gonna. Strong highlights. It doesn't make much sense when we are zoomed in, and not much when we are zoomed out. It didn't really work as I wanted, but yeah, kind of. Okay. We need some just harder shadows. Just the little holes that are in there, little pores. And we can move on. Yes, I think I'm gonna W shift all the possible. Ah, wait, it's not contiguous. It's much easier. Where's the music? There we go. And we can also select this one. Control U, lower the value. It was taking too much attention. Yes, still delivers. I mean, oops, we don't really need the chain. Fumiko saying no music. Yeah, I thought so, right? But let me know if you can hear it now. It took a while to start the new track. I was like, wait, what's this silence? What if he had the chain? It's not clear. It is chain. You know what? I'm gonna altogether just remove the chain. It was not needed. Get comfy. So we have some stuff we could change also from this guy, which was missing a little bit of muscles here and there. So this one is bending towards us, so there's a bunch of folds. We can kind of fool the eye. And this one instead should be kind of, folds should come from here. Should be. No music, silence. Maybe center your ghost around it. I still like the trickster ghost idea though. Oh really? There's still silence. Oh, I see the volume in OBS showing. And here it's going. The hand of the guy still looks weird in my opinion. Let me check. The hand looks very weird still. You're absolutely right. Let's actually address that, because we were going back to him after a long time, and this is, I think this was the resulting of scaling down the whole thing, and then we didn't really fix it too much. Also, let me unspaghettify my headphones. Hold on. God, it was all tied up to the thing. Hand. So the hand is basically showing to us. So this is the meaty part of the thumb. This is the folds, some of the wrinkles. Yes, maybe. Here we could do a couple of pendants. Maybe not too regular, otherwise it just looks a bit weird. I think the hand should kind of it was okay. I need to just move this one ahead. It's kind of a weird pose for the hand. And we could get away with, let me check. Okay, the bottom should definitely keep its shadow. Let's keep the meat. He has 3 fingers at the moment, which is absolutely normal. Let's do maybe this. And then add the pinky, kind of all twirled, folded. Not sure how to say that. And is just bent towards. Yeah, looks very weird. I like it. Let's get rid of it and add an additional index. Let me go in windowless. I think this could be okay. Oh my god. It's absolutely horrible. Let me try to... That's too long. Yeah, there's something about this that doesn't... And that something is my ability to do it. Doesn't. But I think we can find an in-between spot. Or maybe... Okay, we can see some of those fingers. But we have a couple kind of stacking together over here. This one is not finger. Maybe the thumb. You can just trace it out like that. E. To erase. And then, okay, I'm inverting the hand. So these are the knuckles. Now it's a bit too long. And this feels too thick. The highlights. Hands. When you hyper focus on them, then there's no way. We have to trust also the process, because you have no idea how many times I would have left my designs hanging because they didn't look right at a certain point. Looking for a middle. This could be it. Still R instead of okay. To exaggerate, it's too much. I think I'm gonna keep a little bit of the branding on his finger too. Could look okay. I do like this green though. It's kind of a very dim. Make this a little bit slimmer. Actually, what I would like to do, I'll create a copy to see how badly I will ruin it. Oh, it's okay. Because I really like the idea of this little bump. Way too much. Oh yeah. Faith. So hard. So hard to not give in to your guts, to the gut feeling. Like, oh my god, this is never gonna work. And maybe it doesn't, but I'm happier than before right now, so I'm gonna take that as a win. No matter how wood style, on paper, pixel art, oil paint, we all suck at drawing hands. Oh, indeed. That's the first big wall. It's like, you know, with the guitar, play with the barré. I don't know how to call it in English. To put the big finger, like that's the big wall, and hands. Oh my god. This gives me a funny skit idea. There is a doppelganger of a person, and the one with the gun asks them to draw a hand, and the one who draws it well is the fake. It could be a cool little video. I'm currently obsessed with Meat Canyon, an animator on YouTube. Well, pretty popular. Such cool stuff, such epicness. So cool. Every time I get like shocked. I went back on the guitar just for a second. Meat Canyon. Oh yeah. He's pretty insane. The videos are so funny. Yeah, there's one with the... Yeah, there are too many. And now I cannot even remember the details, so I'm not gonna... But yeah, no, he's... Or she, I don't even know. Never saw the face. I think nobody did, right? I like this. Now I can actually... Okay, I need to separate this bit. W for the wand. Then check contiguous so it doesn't flow to the rest of the canvas. Shift select. And I wanted something a little bit different than the... Something super dark. Maybe we can choose also like a weird color. Because there's not... They can be made of like textiles, right? Red is the guitar. With this, but super dark and quite desaturated. This one. mixes with the hair. Okay, let's pick like a magenta, purplish. This is purple. Lower saturation, lower value. Perfect. It's not very clear that it's there, but it's there. Like a little highlight where some of this light should be hitting. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. We could do 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They look so many. It's just too big. Maybe just a couple of pixels. Yeah, it's not gonna be 1-to-1. Just looks weird. Okay, I'm gonna do a stylized version, maybe 3 or 4. Looks like an Indian sitar with a big. We should go just 1 pixel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This looks okay. Yes. And there should be little nuts in here, right? Knobs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even though we put 5, we're gonna let the musician figure this one out. How to make this work. Or are they? I think they are more close by to the bottom. And then we can delete this bit. I feel like being a concept artist is the coolest job ever. Absolutely. I think well, the coolest job ever, I think, yeah, is something really where you are free to create, but that's because I love to create. So it's really probably just like my view of what's the best job ever. But I feel that there's like a cool part of concept art, and I'm talking as a absolute beginner, or I'm not at all anybody who can say anything about that, but as far as I saw successful artists do concept art, there's so many that really enjoyed it, and then after a certain point they were like just sick of it. So I think it really depends on who you are working for, and if they treat you fairly or unfairly, as and will poison you. Every day you have to do something that you love, that you're supposed to love, but then you end up hating it. That must be so horrible. Such a bad feeling. I think the best job ever would be to create your own story and then concept art them, if it makes sense. Where you can kind of experiment and then describe your own world building. That's so exciting. Not for all, though. I know some people that would never get excited by the idea. But I personally love the idea of building stories. So I think, yeah, concept art, pretty cool. If you have a cool team. Pretty frustrating if you have to, you know, like if they don't treat you fairly. I saw just too many people feeling remorseful for that, you know, just feeling like, what have I done, you know, to... I used to love this, and now I hate it. It's just the company. Just it's always, at the end, it comes always down to people. Like, I could be a creator and not share anything with anybody, and I'm pretty sure I would feel just, you know, fulfilled up to only a certain degree, and then it's up to people to give you the rest of the energy and you to give it to them. You know, it's like a sharing thing. Concept art, pretty amazing. Just sketching out ideas is the best. Mystic in the house. Hell yes. Welcome. We are working on the zombie prompt. I'm pretty sure we're gonna finish it, and now it's 6 p.m. over here. And I was planning on finishing the stream around 7 for me. So I'm gonna do total 2 hours. Hopefully we can start the ghosts. How are we doing? We are chilling over here. Chilling and vibing to the zombies music. I bought her a couple of boots, and they, I think, will keep her feet pretty safe from anything that's been thrown around in this terrible place, which I'm pretty sure is not very... it's pretty filthy. So now, hold on, okay. Alt click, lower opacity, just fade out some of this, which is a little bit too much. Now I can sample this one. That looks amazing. Oh, thank you, Nistic. Much appreciated. Definitely didn't start like this. This guy was completely suited up with one of those toxic, you know, the toxic thing. And then I didn't like it. She wasn't here. And then we made him Johnny Bravo with the long hair. These zombies are pretty frustrated at this point. They're like, well, get it over with. Just finish us. So today we are here to finish them. Hopefully. I'm thinking here we could use a little bit of the shadow of the grip, and also here with the fingers bending. We don't need all that highlight. We do need it here though, so I'm gonna get it back. Not sure what this finger is doing. It's kind of weird. It looks like, you know, when the singer holds the microphone with that has like a stand, and then the stand is kind of like here, so I kind of put the hand around it, like a very stylish zombie here. Goes for the show. Okay, I'm gonna somehow there was another finger down there. Oh wait, I think I was in the wrong layer. Oh yeah, I was into Becca. That's Becca's layer, so let's cut everything from there and go to Johnny Waits, which is Johnny Bravo for the haircut, but also Tom Waits for the face. Looks like reminds me of him. We could put the Tom Waits head. It's perfect. It's absolutely him. I mean, with no disrespect to him. This is a zombie version of him, of course. But I feel like a zombie. Okay, I'm gonna say something that I promise is not meant to offend Tom Waits. But if a zombie sang or tried to sing, I think it would it would sound kind of zombie-esque, you know, for the amounts of alcohol and the. So I feel he's the only one that maybe he would come back home after a zombie apocalypse, transformed already, and trying to, you know, just making noise and friends not noticing any difference whatsoever. It's like, oh yeah, it's his normal voice. Let's move to Becca one more time. And I named her Becca, but there is no reason. We know why he is Johnny Waits. We don't know why she's Becca. The only thing we know, because yesterday not 2 days ago, we figured out a little bit of the lore of this situation here, like what the hell happened. And most probably, these two, they were in a band a long time ago with other people. I'm not sure, I don't think I'm gonna do a drummer in the back. Even though it could look cool. I could do the sticks here around, the drumsticks for sure. Sorry about that. But we figured out that they were a band a long time ago and that they wanted to reproduce the Beatles rooftop concert. And it could, you know, they really wanted to make some publicity with it for the band and protest a law that was just passed, wherever they are from, like British, saying that for the teeth. Okay, this was very low, sorry, some comedy, but they had no idea. They were playing on the rooftop, protesting the whole thing, super, you know, convinced about everything they were doing, and thinking this is gonna work. People are gonna, you know, wake up and enjoy and really, you know. But the zombie apocalypse, they had no idea, and they did what's this called, like stage diving. And ended up like this. That looks amazing. Try messing up his hair a little, right? It looks a little bit too... Maybe he used so much gel or, you know, hardener that it just sticked to whatever it was that happened after. But yeah, I'm gonna try to mess it up, definitely. Chaba, any tips for animating enemies? You probably saw the one I sent yesterday. Was it the one with the hammer that you sent? You mean on the server, right? For enemies in general, I'm not sure, because I think it really depends for each instance. Like, what are you working for? And also, it's just my point of view, and I'm no expert whatsoever, so take it with 2 grains of salt. But I think the most important thing is always the iconicity, so how iconic the silhouette is, but that's for any character really. Most importantly for the main character, but if the enemy... Well, you see, also this depends, because if the enemy was like an enemy that happens once, is like an elite enemy, or maybe it's, you know, it's one that you encounter once in a while, then I would make him pretty epic and, you know, unique. But if the screen must be swarmed with enemies of the same type, so it's like a simple troop, let's say, I would go the other way around. I would go as generic as possible, as long as it's super clear who's the enemy and who's the main player. And that could be just differentiate them with the color or with the shape language. Like, the most important thing is that just one glance, you know who's who, and you don't have to kind of struggle searching for your player if the screen is super busy. And the one before that, but yeah, in general, let me just super quickly check it. I think he's in the animation showcase. Probably once I'm gonna do... Oh, you mean the one with the sword? Oh yeah, that was pretty cool. I loved it. Pretty nice. Hey Wallace, welcome. Wow, nice. Thank you very much. Welcome indeed. So in general, tips for animating enemies, I think those things are the most basic thing that come to mind. So really make them stand out or stand down, depending on how important they are or how unique the enemy will be. And then I think... Oh wait, Discord link expired. Edson Fonseca. Hey, thank you so much for letting me know. Not sure I can... Could any of you refresh that link? Maybe paste it there in the Discord while I'm drawing. Otherwise, it's okay. It's fine like this. But thank you for the update. Yeah, I posted it yesterday, and I decided to do set it. How do you say it? One day ahead. It was kind of wrong, from my point of view, because I knew I had to go live. So for like 1 hour before the live, I was kind of stuck in a loop, like thinking, wait, do I have time to do that? No, I won't. Wait, it's just 45 minutes I have. Oh wait, this is not enough. I went into this kind of loop. And I think we got to a good point with this. And let's go back to the question, Fumiko. I think the fact that you have one attack, I think that animation there would be cool to showcase it here, maybe to make a video like that. I think it's pretty cool the way you did it. One thing I noticed is that you did a movement with the character, so it's not only the thingy. Oh wait, Discord link, you can set it to never expire. Hey, let me double check. I'm gonna leave here the zombies in the background, and I'm gonna very quickly just double check on Discord, because I feel bad asking you to refresh it for me. It just feels like I can do it. I don't want you to... How do I... to me it shows like it's still on. Here's the link for the Discord. Set to never expire. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. So I guess you already figured out. Thank you. Let's go with a little bit more balance for her because she's, yes, tilted, but this leg, I mean, she's gonna fall front. Right? She's gonna be very quickly missing a couple of teeth, as if her teeth were fine. Oops. Maybe some strap that is still on over there. Could be. Any tips for animating fire? Yes. I think the best, like the easiest way to animate fire is to literally animate bit by bit, like the, sorry, I'm gonna make a very quick example. So if you have frame, actually I'm gonna very quickly just 96, oops, 96. So say you have, I'm gonna do it very quickly, but maybe I could do something separately from it. I'm gonna create a bunch of Alt-B empty layers. And there is also some kind of real good combos. And I set my keyboard to have A and D as move forward and move back in the frames. So I can click, move one forward, click, then lower the like smaller brush, and keep going with this motion. Then once again lower the brush, keep going, and then lower again, and then lower, and I'm still moving ahead with frames. And you can kind of go with the overall this kind of zigzag-esque kind of view thingy. And now I can maybe delete all these frames. What I will do is I'll just redo the same thing over and over for the whole, but starting in a different spot. So now I'm gonna start from here, do it, it moves up, and again, and again, and then smaller, and then again, smaller, 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 and then here it should be the last frame, so I'm gonna go back in the first frame, remembering where this was. I'm gonna keep the motion of that thing. Basically, you keep doing this, you will end up, if you also have something starting from here, you will see that slowly it will get to the fire vibe, and it's pretty easy to kind of follow along each one of these kind of bubbles, so it's not like going blindly on how to do something. This, 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 this. And here you see there's something missing, because it all goes away, so you can fill it up again. And you keep going until it's basically all a continuous flow. And this is the beginning, like super rough version, but the concept is that, at least for me, it's pretty easy to do it that way. And the output is pretty cool. Hey, Butterbite Studios, how we doing? Damn, the zombies are looking good. Thank you so much. They really are, Wallace. Thank you very much. Thank you indeed. Brains. I sent a link to the stream in my server, Nistic. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. 30 member servers. That's a lot of people. 30 people in a room. Can you actually picture that? That's how I am trying to think also about subscriber count. It's like, I imagine that there's a person really like in the room watching at my screen and keeping me company. And it really, like, even one subscriber really changes the whole perception of, hey, I mean, there's somebody checking out my stuff. That's crazy. It's really, it's fun. And I think we were also talking about enemies before, but let me know if there is a specific, how do you say, thing about enemies that you like to know. I think in general it's pretty cool if you can figure out like a special way to die for each enemy, or you know, something that gives that extra edge. I think it's pretty cool. Nistic, I'm surprised you haven't reached 1k subscribers yet. Oh, thank you. I swear half of those members have to be because of my videos. No, but thank you very much for the compliments. Yeah, I'm chilling, and also, like, the cool thing about this is that I'm, you know, leaving each live behind, but it will stay on YouTube as long as YouTube servers are on, you know, or that I delete them or whatever, which is crazy to me. Like, you know, like, I don't know, feels weird. I never engaged too much with it, so it's everything is brand new, and I'm really trying to avoid focusing on numbers. Also tutorials, for instance, is a question that I get a lot, like, when are you gonna do tutorials? But my thing is that I think there are so many great tutorials already out there, and there are people doing them that are way more knowledgeable than I am, you know, so I would feel like I'm just filling up space that it's already filled up, and it's already such a saturated, you know, place. So I kind of steering away from everything that to me feels like it's only cloud based or something, and I want to establish a more organic kind of growth. It's like a really sweet plant growing day by day, no rush, no big expectations, but to have fun and enjoy. And it feels weird, but it's actually pretty hard to remind yourself of that. It still happens to me that I get actually pretty nervous before a live where I don't even know, you know, like, there's gonna be just some people, let's chill, and it's not the people part that makes me anxious. It's just I think the exposure in general, like the concept of, and it's pretty wild. And when you see people that are, you know, have been doing stuff like this for years and years and years, and they still say, I don't feel, you know, I feel anxious before going to, you know, doing a concert or whatever it is. So I feel like there is something more to it than just habit. I'm pretty happy with him. Some bits that are a bit off, but I think they already work pretty well as a couple. Let me go to Becca. We also don't have a name for her yet, so she's gonna stay Becca until we find something a little bit better and fitting for her. I'm not happy with those highlights. I think they are a little bit too much. I went overboard. It's kind of a weird perspective here. I'm trying to not look too much at it and pretend it doesn't exist. That's how I deal with problems. Understandable. Oh no, wait, I lost a little bit of stuff. Oh no, I don't animate the enemies, so I don't do their death. Ah, perfect. It's just do art and concept art. Perfect. Oh, for that we can discuss a little bit more. I love that. Understandable. It is still just people watching what you do. Yes. It's crazy. I wonder what kind of part of our brain fires messages to the rest of the body, and you know, stimulating chemical production, whatever, dopamine, but also whatever it is, it's insane. This one is a lonely pixel, and also I was drawing on Becca, but I moved pretty quickly to... Oh no, that was actually the correct... yeah, we are on Johnny Waits. That's okay. I'm thinking we could even... Okay, now I'm alt-clicking to isolate, just to check. Yeah, look at her. You stole some of this stuff. Control X, and then Control V. Let's give back Johnny Waits his pixels. He worked for them. He definitely deserved them. And this is too much thickness. No, it was okay. I'm not sure I like this bit. I think it should be a little bit more... Let's see. Probably I should keep pressing B to go back to the brush tool. Thinking to use this highlight, then lower the opacity. I'll find a couple of little... kind of to fake that kind of angle or yeah, curve that we have here. And I think I like the idea of it catching some of that light. I mean, from afar it works. I think I have to darken the outer lines. Remember when you said this could be sick trading or playing cards? What do you think would their abilities be? Okay, if you want to go... I mean, they would have something to do with sound, right? For sure. But that would be the obvious first answer. So maybe their base attack is something related to like an AoE kind of thing, where they affect everything around them. But I'm also thinking something related to concerts, so something that has to do with the sold out concept. Not sure how could it be translated into game. It could be that they call their fans, so you get kind of overwhelmed by the horde because they are the followers. Or oh, definitely spawning 4 more zombies for sure, Butterbite Studios. And double base, all your cards do double damage. That's pretty cool. We could need a flea playing bass in this band. The other ones, well, the bad witch, I mean the one that looks like she's bad, the old one. Let's call her the old witch. What would her power be? I think because we added. Let's give a quick look to her. We have these little jars containing this kind of very light animals like fireflies. So I'm thinking she's able to transform them like fireflies and capture them, or something like that. That could be cool. But then we have the Good Witch. There's the 3 hours stream witch. So maybe she could have something to do with time, like she stops time. End of the turn, switch your attack and health stats with each other. They bite each other, the zombies. I know the witches, of course. Switch your attack and health stats with each other, because I still think the young and the old witch are the same. You are right. I keep forgetting about that. So they could be absolutely, they are the same version, I mean, a different version of the same witch. So she turns into her. And who knows if this is the real one or this is the real one. She could be, well, his superpower. I mean, you can... Oh, this is a silhouette of a first witch that I was trying. Oh, this was not bad, actually. And a vampire. Oh, wait. I forgot a P. Vampire. Okay, let's go back to the Undead. I think we are basically on the route around the finishing line. We can, I think, kind of go with some harder contrast here and there. So, pockets, some folds here too, kind of reinforcing those folds. Can I pick the middle color, get something in between. Super cool, this track. Really digging it. I think we could tear apart a little bit of this. Yeah, I think makes more sense. We could also have something else here, kind of just dripping. Need to do kind of a speed run kind of thingy. Also because, let me check, it's 6:35, so we have some extra 30 minutes, 25 minutes, and then I'm gonna go. The werewolf could boost all the cards that have to do with music. Oh, that's cool. Like a howling kind of boost for the whole team. That's pretty cool. I figure the belt needs some shadow, otherwise it feels kind of flat. Here we need some highlights. Get darker shade but with a lower opacity. Get some of this. I think it could be cool. Just a hint. Maybe also here reinforce that kind of angle change. Let's get a lower opacity of that one. So I really like to go into lower opacity and then sample that one so it becomes a full opacity color with that exact look. Thinking we can split fingers. Yes, I think we can avoid going too much into detail with those ones too. Again, I'm using very low opacity to render This bit I could use. This could be the finger at the end. It's not super clear that this is a nail, so I'm gonna actually bring it upwards. And I think it still looks weird, but works a little bit better than before. That's for sure. Yes, I think it sounds, looks okay. Like that. This guy is on. Probably gonna poke a couple more holes in here, just for the sake of zombifying the hell out of his clothes. Okay. Could get low opacity here, just a middle shadow. Always love how just a hint of a shadow just in the middle with anything that is a cylindrical kind of shape really pushes it already to a whole different level, as it catches kind of light from all sides, and the eye, I mean, this is all flat, right? It's all an illusion. That's what I love. I think we are almost there. Maybe I need some extra kind of harder. Wait. Low opacity. Thank you. I want to kind of stress out this bending, like this knee that is bending. I think it could really He really has thin legs. Let me, oops, paint bucket this. Okay, the big thumb finger is getting really annoying. And also it's too light, I think. I'm gonna go sample this, alt click, and then much darker. So let's make a sort of a little shade thingy. And for Miko, it's just me, or do the colors look kinda off? The blood looks like rotten and old, but at the same time it doesn't. Hard to explain. Oh yeah, definitely. It's because the way I think about this kind of stuff, for instance, is that some of the blood is gonna be older than other blood, so like the fresh one is gonna still look kind of vivid, like this. So you can still have some kind of a pouring blood from the rib cage here, you know, stuff like that, and it kind of feels new. You can also add some little highlights here and there to even push more the thing, but mostly I'm thinking that this kind of like the how do you call it, this well, this bit here is kind of an old, it's not really, it's like a week old zombie, maybe something like that. We could change a tiny bit, but I feel is the right kind of tone. So it's really like dead meat, it's not fresh meat. I think here she looks like she had fresher wound. Yeah, but I think it kind of delivers that feeling, at least to me. You're making a little guy right now while watching. Oh, that's awesome. I love being kept company with people doing other creative stuff. It's pretty epic, you know? Really digging the whole thing, and the hair looks, I think, too clean. and you were mentioning, sorry mistake, you were mentioning to mess up a little bit his hair, and I'm gonna try and do that right now. Create some mess, but not too much, because I want to avoid the messiness to capture the eye, so the attention of the eye. So there's kind of a balance to find there between messiness and not getting the attention, because right now the guitar is the one catching personally my attention. Then I got this kind of trying to follow the way my eye is reading, and then I end up with this. Also, what is this? What the hell is that? I have no idea what this is. I'm gonna cover it up. Why not? Can expose. Maybe we can do like a top wound. Like he has the shoulder a little bit exposed. That's pretty cool. That could be cool. Maybe he's all. Yeah, his whole thing is tilted. So it has this overall kind of tilt to it. But also we have the trapezoid muscles here. So I want to keep some of that bumpiness over the edge. Leave, yeah, this shoulder exposed. A couple of highlights. We are, I would say, 90-something%. Try putting a cobweb on the guitar. Ooh. You mean on the main body? Oh, that would be a pretty cool guitar. But I think I'm actually unconvinced about the guitar itself already, because I think it catches too much the eye. So I'm gonna lower the opacity, the saturation, just in general, and kind of lower also the value, so darken it down, which is okay. I think this is okay. It's much better. Yeah. Could be... Okay, we should do the drumsticks as well. We mentioned them before. Drumsticks. And also, I'm just using the mouse, so forgive my weird movements sometimes. I think this is more or less, yes, this is okay for one. I could Control Shift H to invert the horizontal and maybe stretch them so they are in perspective. And we have a second drumstick. I think it looks okay. Maybe we can have them. I want to keep them together, so it's a little bit more obvious that they are drumsticks, because it's not very easy to do that association. Like you could do it with because they have guitar and microphone, so that's it. If you just watch them, they would be like, okay, what's that? Hey Chaba, do you know how to make a map in pixelart? Yeah, I think I never did it before. It could be a really cool, it's a really cool thing to explore, but I think definitely yes. I think the most important thing in any kind of art, really, is to understand the concept, like not the technique itself. The technique, yes, of course, is important, but it's not the most important part of it, I think. I think the most valuable part in doing art is understanding some kind of a hidden truth. Like, for instance, that everything is kind of reductible to very simple cubic shapes, spheres, cones. Like once you understand this kind of fundamental ideas, it unlocks so much other stuff that it gets pretty freaking amazing, because you can get now an arm in perspective, it's just a cylinder in perspective, right? With a sphere over here, and then another cylinder maybe going down here, and then you can shade it, and you can put the arm and the, you know, like it's all like a tech tree. Okay, maybe the best way to see it is like a tech tree in a game, where you can unlock any kind of stuff at any point, really, if you want. But if you unlock some things first, then the rest kind of unlock by themselves. And I think this kind of stuff is like pixel art is just one way of describing shapes, but the shapes are still the same, you know, it's still the cube and the... So like for a map, I'm not sure if you meant a map like that, like a treasure map, something like this, or like a 3D kind of thing for the map. Oh, top-down perspective map. Oh, like a tile set. Yes, I did a couple very basic ones. Such a hard and long, painful work, but when it works, it's so satisfying. I did it for Unity, and it's pretty cool. I also tried with a game maker to do, like, to use tile sets and stuff. It's pretty straightforward. It was just kind of annoying to figure out how to do it, because I never opened Game Maker before, and it was like a new thing. I'm hyper fixating on these drumsticks. I think they should be... maybe one of them is broken. It's just laying down like that. And there's some little bits. Do you think it's readable? Not entirely sure. I'm gonna for now see. No, I don't think it reads very well. Either I put them in a very dark... Maybe I don't break them. Maybe it was better before. Less is more. Severed hand beside it. Oh, right, for the like the hand of the drummer still trying to hold on to the thingy. Oh, no way. Oh, that's pretty cool. Fumiko will send me something, like a map. That's pretty cool. Are you... is it your work? Like, are you working on something? Even once I was doing the university thesis, and I used, what was it, like it was a software online that you could generate maps with, and you can, you know, like you could use pre-made shapes, and it would look pretty cool at the end. I can't remember the name, but making maps, it's so freaking fun. Actually, it would be cool to create maybe like a sort of a series as well for related to a map, like as in treasure map. That could be cool to make, like to render places that we described first by imagining them in a virtual paper thingy, then building some lore around them. That could be cool. And then we could do some concept art of the creatures, of some areas. That's a pretty cool long-term, medium long-term way to create some cool, interesting stuff. I'm gonna shorten his leg just a tiny bit because he looked kind of off. But we can work with this. That is good. Try making them a tiny bit darker. Oh yes, absolutely. At the end I will kind of darken the whole thing, because now they look kind of stickers. This value compared to the background is absolutely offset. So yeah, for sure I will blend them in later on. Yes, there was concept art of the map, which I want to make into pixel art somehow. That's pretty epic work. I think it's super fun to do this kind of stuff. I remember when I was 16, maybe? No, I was younger, 15. I would bring this stack of paper with me. Not even a notebook, it was just literally pieces of paper, like loose paper, and write down a fantasy epic story with orcs and goblins and all of that. And I would make huge battles in my head and imagine who'd win, and then the factions and whatever. And I loved the map making part of it. That's one of the things that made me kind of fall in love with drawing. It was like a side quest for my main thing. The main thing was telling a story, and the side quest was kind of visualize the thing. And let's leave the sticks alone. Rule number 3, leave the sticks alone. It's fine, even if it's not extremely clear what they are, we are gonna know, and that's good enough. Move it just a bit. Oops, over here. Release blood, get it to be here. And I'm thinking we could, following the Fumiko's suggestion, I'm gonna duplicate his hand. Oops, I'm gonna rotate it 45 degrees. And we could see how this fits or if it misfits. I think it could fit, but I'm afraid it's gonna be just an element of slight confusion, because it's like, what is that? Is it like grass, you know? So I'm gonna actually remove it. And, I think I'm gonna leave the sticks alone. And if, wait, I'm actually thinking it could be cool, like a hand that is trying to reach the distance. And the more you go back, the darker it gets. This could work. So these two are gonna be a little bit in perspective so that we don't have to really make them as long as the other ones. And this was supposed to be the thumb. So I'm gonna try to... Meh. Not convinced. Not 100% convinced. And hey Chaba, tips for how to animate clouds. I'm trying to slowly make them move back and forth. That's a super heavy, challenging part. I'm not. I think I should do some testing before giving advice on them. Pen has a cool parallax tutorial video, which could be cool to see if that's what you're aiming for. But if you're looking for a more like say scaled down kind of fog or cloud, so where basically it's like a Speedy the Cloud from Dragon Ball, I would watch those kind of animations. Like the Speedy Cloud was like this kind of thing with little curls here and there, and just focus on just bit by bit, just one area of the curls, and see where they animate. If they go like this and then disappear, and then after a while the cycle repeats. Or there are some people who animate. It's kind of hard to make a very low. This one. So imagine you have sphere, big sphere, almost like not moving from the place it was before, and then small, and then it moves a little bit faster at the end, and then you keep doing this for small, medium, and there should be a point where you reach kind of a... Now this is gonna be super fast and super shitty, so don't take this too literally. But it's a cool way to already kind of sketch out some of these movements. Big, medium, smaller. You see that this is already this is super messy. Once you polish it and really go for the overall shape, it will make a little bit more sense, and then you can create shadows. But yeah, clouds are pretty hard. It's absolutely one of the worst. You see now it's super fast animation as well, and there's unconnecting parts, but I think you get the general idea. I saw this done in several cartoons, including Hayao Miyazaki kind of clouds, and they are super clean, super, like you can see they took their time, but the principle is more or less that one, and you have just simply the thing replacing and then getting on top of it with a much smoother, slower movement. And one thing that I generally think is that, let's say, the smoke is here, so it's a very tiny little dust like thingy cloud. This is gonna move pretty fast because it's scaled to us. It's pretty slow, like it's a very light kind of thingy. Whereas if you imagine the big clouds in the background, and imagine there's a valley here, you know, and there are big clouds, they would move so slow. And what works also is simply the parallax. So instead of having, like, you have this one and it just moves to the side, create layer. So this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, and just keeps moving and moving and moving and moving. And that's super far away. Then you create another kind of cloud, but it's, okay, let's say this is the big cloud. I'm gonna duplicate this. Let's shift H. Let's say this is the new closer cloud. This moves faster than the one behind because it's a little bit closer. So you can create kind of these vibes, but I think you know that. I saw some of your animations, and I think you know the principles are there. And I'm not sure what kind of smoke over a cloud are you looking for, like what kind of style are you going for? It also depends on that. I really love like tiny still clouds in the background, maybe just moving from this to this in a very slow and back forth way. So it could be either 20 or 30 frames just for those two, and then they just loop. That could be an easy way to do them. I think we are pretty close. I'm gonna make maybe a couple of extra notes here and there, but it's already, oh, it's 7 p.m. so let's call it a day. I'm gonna get all of this. What's this? Layer 5. I don't need this. Let's duplicate this whole thing. Let's flatten this out. Let's Control U this. Lower the saturation of the whole thing. Lower the value. And look at that. I think before, after. I think we can safely move on, and we could even, I could color correct this later on, push back the red ones. I could Control M for the curves and only select the red channel and push here and there. If I still have saturation, oh wait, I was not actually touching it. So let's see, maybe in the mid range we need some of that. Let's see, I think it's already, yes, this looks cool. Oh, they also took a little bit of a, like the green changed a little bit, which I like. What do you think? And we could also play with the opacity to blend in the ones that were there before and the new ones. I think these guys look better. And I will still try to maybe fix here. I'm gonna lock the alpha, get darker, maybe super dark one, and get very low opacity, and just get the compact shadow at the bottom of his feet, and also a little bit towards the darkness. It's like a little bit too lit on that side, so I'm gonna fake thickness, too far with that, and I'm using a super low opacity brush. It's a very quick and dirty way, which I don't recommend unless you're doing it for just the artsy part of it. I think now we miss a couple of highlights for them on the skin to really make them stand out a little bit more. But I am pretty happy. I think we're gonna leave the ghost prompt for tomorrow. Tomorrow. I think we... Yes, I am happy. I am happy of the zombies. They're rockers, which is something I like. They are hardcore. Like, even when they are zombified, they keep bringing their instruments around. So imagine how much passion is burned through under their skin. Looking for some contrast here to exaggerate the skin being torn apart a little bit. And I think it looks cool. For sure, now I have 2 zombies to take care of. No, I'm not gonna merge everything. But I'm gonna leave it like this. It was, I think, a success. And they look so rad. Oh, thank you, Fumiko. Thank you so much. Your streams are so therapeutic. That's very good to hear. Thank you. Thank you for making them. Thank you for joining and keeping me company, absolutely. And Nistic, try making a little scratch on the guitar. Ah, yes, of course. How didn't I think of that? Let me get back also some of the white. I mean, it's not white, but in my brain, this color is white. You know, it's kind of when you see the snow on the mountain and you see the shadow part, which is that bright blue. Oops. It's still in my mind. I know that's yellow. That's yellow. That's white. You know, so I see it as white. Somebody asked me, you know, hey, what's this color of the mountain? I would say, oh yeah, that's white snow. Oh man, that's blue. For the scratch, I want to try getting this kind of desaturated yellowish for the underlying wood of the guitars, so it can keep like a Wolverine kind of scratch. Not really Wolverine, sorry, but yeah, kind of ruined. Like she threw it somewhere. And maybe some edges are kind of, they wore out, so maybe a couple of dots here, not here. This is a good balance. Looks kind of weird. How weird it is that I need to organize this chaos of pixels, even though it's not supposed to be organized, you know? It's like, those are scratches. There's no, you know, balance or whatever. It's just how it feels with the whole thing. I think this is good. I think we need a little bit of a highlight for the most exposed bit, so it really feels like there is a layer that peeled off. We could even go one more. Oof. Okay. And I think I'm gonna leave it like this one. And then it works. Yes. Thanks for the suggestion. That was on point, absolutely. Little scratch on the guitar. I mean, of course, I liked it before. I'm gonna keep it like this. Yes, this is the good balance. Highlights on his shirt, and then I have to leave. Super broad strokes, just to give that feeling. Amazing. Save, Control F, and I think we are closing the stream today. It's so detailed, I can barely tell it's pixel art when you zoom out. Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty crazy for me as well when I'm into the detail and it's just little squares. It just doesn't make sense at all. And then you zoom out and it's just like, wait, okay, it did make sense. Or the other way around, where you're like so focused, like, oh yeah, this pixel, and then you zoom out and it has nothing to do with. You know, I'm gonna. Okay, let me duplicate this one too. Hide this. Actually, why? No, I can just hide that. I can just modify this one. Yes. Oh well, this has been super fun. Thank you so much for joining. I think I never give it for granted that some people want to chill with me while I'm drawing, and I really appreciate your company. So thank you. And probably tomorrow I'm gonna start the ghost prompt. I think it's about time. I think we went from 0 to hero with these two zombies. And now we can call it a day, I think. Alright, thank you so much. I'm gonna put the little sword timber challenge background, so it's not a hard cut. Thank you so much for sticking around, and if you're there, I hope to see you tomorrow. If not, I hope you have a beautiful Sunday. Alright, thank you again. Ciao ciao.